Hi, boys and girls. My name is Kernel Popcorn, and I love to read stories. You may wonder why my name is Kernel Popcorn. It's because I love popcorn. I like it as a snack, especially when I read. So I'm going to have a little piece now, just to get started. So good. Love it. With that, I like having my favorite, pineapple juice. You can have orange juice, apple juice, they're all good, all the juices. So that gets me all ready. Now today's story is called Winnie. This is written and illustrated by Andrew Krance. I love this story, it's one of my absolute favorites, and I am sure you're going to find it to be one of your favorites also. So with that, let's get started. To all the little munchkins out there, this is a story about a real friendship between a little boy and his piggy. Friendship is a wonderful thing. Andy won a little piglet in a Sears contest. This changed the way things were. One day, a line of old cars came driving up the long driveway which led to his parents' farm. This was where Andy lived. Andy's parents and brother Chucky came out to greet this group of people who it turned out to be were members of the 4-H club. Well, one of the people came out holding a small pink piglet with a red bow tied around her pudgy neck. This woman handed the piglet to Andy and wished him a big congratulations. Soon afterwards, they all turned around and drove back out the driveway. Andy had prepared a place in the basement of their old big farmhouse. There was straw, a large bowl of food, and one with water. Andy decided to name the piglet Winnie the Pig, thinking she looked a bit like Winston Churchill. So, from now on, her name was Winnie. Andy and Winnie grew very fond of each other. He would call her, and she would come running. He would say, "Here, Winnie, suey, suey, suey." This is how you call pigs. You go, "Sue, sue, suey." A neighbor farmer taught him this trick. As time went on, Winnie grew. His father decided to build a pig pen for Winnie with a roof and a fence. They built a trough for her to eat out of. One day, Winnie was introduced to a boy pig. Soon afterwards, Winnie had 11 baby piglets of her own. It was a beautiful sight to behold. Winnie would clean the little piglets and keep a close eye on them, protecting them from any possible harm. You see, there were occasional wild dogs or foxes or even very large hawks in the neighborhood, and little piglets were subject to harm from the predators. Andy also kept a lookout for these animals. Andy decided to enter Winnie in the county fair. She was quite large now, well behaved, and very smart. Andy, with the help of his dad, of course, took Winnie to the fair and ended up winning a blue ribbon. Everyone was very proud of Winnie and Andy. The 4-H club was happy also. The farm was in Wisconsin, so the weather got very cold in the winter and very hot in the summer. Andy was 11 years old and attended a small country school a mile away from the farm where he lived. Well, one day, while sitting at his desk, a bunch of kids looked out the window from the schoolhouse, and behold, there was Winnie with 11 little piglets prancing in the schoolyard. The children and Andy were so excited. Mrs. Elmer, the teacher for all 8 grades, immediately asked for volunteers to help Andy take Winnie and the piglets back to the farm where they belonged. Andy and the 5 boys and girls escorted the piglets and Winnie back home. This went on several times a year. Winnie had grown to be 500 pounds and had 3 litters of piglets. She knew how to find her way to the old schoolhouse each time. As the years passed, Andy was growing ready for high school and could no longer take care of Winnie and the piglets. It was decided to give them all away to other families who would love and care for Winnie the pig and the little piglets. Winnie will always remain Andy's friend in his heart. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. Now, I'm going to let you in on a secret, and everybody loves a secret. The story about Andy is really a story about me growing up in Wisconsin. And that is the secret. And now, boys and girls, as a special little extra to our program, I want to present the artist for the day. Her name is Kylie Cannon. She's a 6-year-old girl from Wesley Chapel, Florida. And here you can see her picture. This is of a little girl with a red dress, a flower, and a small red house. If you're an artist like I am and would like to have your art shown on my show, ask your mommy or daddy or a friend to send a picture of your work to Kernel popcorn@mail.com. That's Kernel popcorn@mail.com. And we may possibly show your picture. Thank you so much. Till next time, toodaloo.